Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Lights, camera, and action. Cut.
Welcome to yet another episode of The Chat. I am Aditi and I am excited today because the two people that we are going to interview have rekindled these amazing childhood memories and also at the same time are making me extremely hungry. I'll tell you why. Because the name of their troupe belongs to a 90s band. If you're from India, you know. And if you're a New York City native, you know that they are one of the top Indian restaurants. No points for guessing. It is none other than Junoon. But this time, it's not the restaurant, it's not the band, it's Chandan and Ruby. Guys, welcome to The Chat.
Hi.
You look fabulous. The house is fabulous. And the name, of course, is amazing.
Thank you.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself, Ruby, and then we'll go to Chandan and then we'll start what Junoon is all about.
Sure. Thank you so much. We're all so excited. We're drinking.
Yes.
Just in case you needed to know. That's how we roll.
Always.
My name is Ruby. There's so much I could say, but I started dancing. We'll keep it dance focused, yeah. I started dancing when I was like 15 or 16, so late bloomer, if you will. That's very late in the dance world. I should stress that because it'll be important later. I really just, when I started dancing, it really changed my life. Like, I was very quiet, I was very socially awkward, I was very like withdrawn, and I think dance brought out like a different part of me. And I went to college, I started a dance team there, I moved to New York. I kept dancing here, and that's how I met Chandan.
Hi.
Yeah.
Alright, so Chandan, now that we know how Ruby met you, now let Chandan meet the world and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Chandan. I'm originally from Mumbai. That's where Bollywood is from, and that's where all the dancing has come into me from. I grew up dancing. I was not socially awkward. I was very sociable. I was very opposite. I was all out there and dancing at every possible venue that I could. So I danced at my school, colleges, inter-college, the regular stuff. And then when I came here, and then I was looking for opportunities to dance. I came here for my master's in computer science. I went to NYU. Once I graduated, and then I found a Bollywood dance company that I could be a part of, and that's when I started dancing. I met Ruby there, and then we went...
It changed his life.
Yes, it completely did.
Revolution.
Yes. And then we moved to like, a couple of dance companies, and then we have our baby, Junoon.
Awesome. So before we get into Junoon,
we got married, we had a baby.
And the baby, there was a passion baby too.
It was a passion baby.
But you know what I did identify is that dance is for everybody, for the socially awkward.
It is for everyone.
And for the fresh
Well
prince
said.
of Mumbai.
Well said.
You know, it's for everybody. Probably it's not for me.
It's
best
for
if
you.
I don't
Oh,
dance.
it is.
No.
Tell me a little bit about Junoon, because from what I hear, you guys came together through dance, but it was when you were dancing for some other company. So number one, how long back are we talking about this friendship? And number two, when did you decide to step away from those dancing gigs and make Junoon happen?
So we go back like 8 or 9 years, I want to say. That's when we met and we started dancing, and we went through different dance companies. They were all great. We learned a lot. We had a lot of fun. But then we found ourselves a little bit of restricted because the stuff that we want to do, like we are very passionate about storytelling. Our ideas and concepts were kind of bold and very out there. So we wanted a mature audience where we could portray and express ourselves, and that's how the idea about doing our own show. And it's a very funny story. Like, we're walking down the street and we're like trying to think of what's the next pieces that we can do at the show, and then we're like, no, we can't do this, it's too sensual. Like, there are like kids in the audience, and then Ruby's like, you know what, we just need to do our own show. And there's another very
So it's
important...
another way of saying like screw kids.
No.
We love kids.
No, we
don't
love
want to
kids.
traumatize
Exactly.
them in any way.
Kidding.
So I must say there's another very important person who's missing today, Rehan Qureshi, who's a co-founder of Junoon too. So the two of us, when she said that, we were like, what? What I use, because we had no idea how to put up our own show.
They think I'm crazy.
She still is, yeah, she is. And then that's how it all started. Like you know, we wanted a platform to do the stuff that we are really passionate about, and that really comes from our heart. And there are no restrictions because we do a lot of like social issues that we'll get into later, and when we talk more about Junoon. But that was the whole idea of the inception of Junoon.
So it was a passion project, and Junoon translates to passion.
Yeah.
In Urdu
Exactly.
or Hindi, do you think?
Junoon is actually it's both. I think it's originally.
Did I put you on the spot though?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I think, but I think it's more Urdu. But then come on, there's Urdu, Hindi is like
It's the same. Like it's one of those languages, but it's beautiful, right? I mean, when you think about Junoon, even without knowing the meaning, it just inspires some sort of fire in you.
When they told me the name, I was all about. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I want to be a part of it.
I'm like, do I audition?
But tell me this though, entrepreneur. In my eyes, both of you, as well as Rehan, who's not here today, you're entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs are all about finding that need and filling it, right? We do have Bollywood, a lot of Bollywood troops, but we don't have what you feel is a socially conscious way of dancing, right? And also freestyle of dancing. And Ruby, you were telling me, what was your inspiration? Where did your inspiration for Junoon come from?
Yeah, so actually, it is an interesting point. I really grew up doing a lot of Bollywood and Bhangra, which I loved. Like, I am Punjabi, so Bhangra is like...
Are you really Punjabi?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So Bhangra is like, in my blood.
Yeah.
And I grew up doing that, and I loved it. And we did that in the city too. Like, we danced with groups, and we did like very fun dances, and it was awesome. Like, we had a great time. And then actually Chandan and Rehan both started sending me, like, there's a show called Dance India, DID in India. And so I'm sure most people have heard of it by now. So they started sending me all these like crazy dances, like a duet where like, someone has like an affair and they die, or like some trio where like there's some third wheel who like commits suicide. And I was just like, what is this?
All the dark stuff.
Yeah, all the dark stuff. And we're all, I think most artistic people are very drawn to dark stuff. Yeah. I think that's
we're all
the beauty of it.
It is, totally.
Yeah, and so I was just fascinated by it. I was like, I don't know what this is. Mm-hmm. And, we had never done contemporary or anything.
Through dance.
I just thought it was very compelling.
Yeah.
And so, still love Bollywood and Bhangra and all the amazing companies that do that work, and I love it. But this became like a different path. We were like, oh, we're gonna be crazy and try to copy these like insane DID people.
And make it your own, right?
Yeah.
So Junoon has been with us since 2015. Right, so it's 2 to 3. It's still a toddler, right?
Yeah.
It's like a baby now, but it's a baby you're proud of, because you have been a part of a couple of projects that are pretty big name projects. So, Chandan, why don't you tell us about some of the projects that you've collaborated on?
Right. So Junoon has done 4 shows up till now, Junoon shows, and we're working on the 5th one, which is on May 20th. But we've also collaborated with other companies. Like a year and a half back, we did like an off-Broadway show called Devdas, which is a dance ballet. We collaborated with Hippocrates Theatre Company. We also produced a play, which was Jokerface. So both these shows ran for 2.5 weeks. It was a pretty good success. So that was a show that had an original soundtrack. We had choreographers from Dance India Dance, finalists who choreographed for Swarali. But then we have also done like 4 other shows that are just Junoon yearly annual recital shows. But in those shows, we focus more on smaller pieces where it's a montage of like 12 to 15 pieces, and each piece will have its own story. It's have our own theme. Because that's, again, we don't want to be restricted. That gives us the freedom to do, like, pick up any kind of topic. Like, we go from working with, like, a story of a rape, a rape survivor, or moving to like LGBTQ issues, or domestic violence. So there's a lot of different social issues that we take up. And on the fun side, we have a lot of like sexy, sensual pieces.
I like how it's just like on the fun side, we have all this sexy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're not all dark.
We still do some fun
We're not
stuff.
all dark.
We still love Bollywood.
Sexiness in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of sexy.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yes.
floats my boat, but
We're all okay with it, right?
that's all good. That's all good.
And that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
We wanted an audience who was okay with it,
Yeah.
to see it happening on stage and accept it artistically, and and that's the reason why it came.
So what is
out.
your audience? Because you keep harping on the fact that they have to be mature.
It's a very good question. I think, well, there's no restriction. We don't have any sort of restriction on who can be in the audience. I think it's more just that the companies we were performing for before, they specifically had children in the recital, which is awesome. But then we know that there's going to be little kids. When you know there's so many little kids watching. So this is a funny story. This is actually kind of like, this is part of the reason also that we had this idea. So we had performed a duet for one of our very good friends' companies. And she was awesome. Punchali with Moksha Arts. She really was into everything that we wanted to do. And so we had done this duet and I had basically died and come back as a ghost to kill him. He was my lover.
You came up as a ghost to kill him?
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking you're going to be like a Casper kind
Yeah.
of ghost, but
No.
not really.
It's because I killed her.
Yes.
And then she comes back and haunts
So
me.
basically we were, we were lovers in the duet and he killed me. And then I, die. And then I come back to haunt him. And so there's a video of this duet. And there are kids crying in the audience.
Yeah.
I'm not a kid and I would cry.
There is
You need kids to
2 or
cry.
3 kids, they have a very high-pitched wail. And I was
Wow.
poor. When I heard that, I was like, oh no. We don't want to traumatize anybody.
It
Right?
would be
So,
a better question, not putting any restriction on your audience. The audience should know what they're signing up for.
it's more like that. And that's kind of what happens now.
All we want is an audience with an open mind.
Yeah.
When you come to the show, I mean, Bollywood and fun dances are great, which we have, by the way. I mean, we do all of those too, because that's what gets you going as well as high energy and stuff. But there are pieces where we will talk about social issues, like I mentioned, like domestic violence, and there will be a same-sex, a homosexual piece where 2 guys will be dancing, 2 girls will be dancing. So we have all these issues, and you have to be really open and just have an open mind when you
that's
come.
all.
That's all we can ask
That's all
for.
we do. So if you have an open mind, come for their show. Speaking of which, they have the next show, and this is going to be my parting question to you. Yeah. That is, Junoon has their next show coming up on May 20th.
That is correct.
And so tell us, our audience, give them a trailer version, not giving out any specific details, but give them a trailer. What should they expect at this May 20th?
Drama and intrigue.
Yes,
all
of
about
course.
I would pay good money just to see the repetition of that performance. I'm just going to come for that.
Oh, that is just a tiny trailer.
Tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. What about
Yes.
you, Chandan? What should our audience look forward to?
Well, you just look forward to good dancing, good storytelling, beautiful dancers, and a fun time. I would say that sums it up.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
And what is the name of this event?
So it's called Avaz, and it's happening May 20th at the Gibney Dance Theatre. It's at 7 p.m. Downtown. That's the
280 Broadway.
Correct. And we should see you guys there. You'll have a ball of time.
Well, you know what? We're going to put all of those links in the description. That is, where the dance performance is going to happen. It's May 20th in New York City. And if you want to see more of the iceberg, the tip was just presented by her. But if you really want to see these eclectic dance performances with the social cause, as well as some fun pizzazz and sexiness with it as well. But here's some more good news for you. You want a free ticket, don't you? I know it. Don't even pretend that you don't want free stuff. If you're my skin, that's a fair assumption. But if you do want a free ticket, comment below. Give me a wild guess. Which song is Junoon going to perform at the event? Just name one song what they're going to perform. It can be anything. Wildest imagination. Run wild, but make sure you're the first 2 people to comment. If it's right, then you get a free ticket.
Yes.
Yeah.
See how you
They're
do.
like, very excited. Yeah, free ticket. Take all our money. Like,
I mean, did we sign up for that? Yes, we did.
I landed that idea and I'm just gonna go with it and just comment. But no, go ahead, comment. The first to write comments are gonna get a free single ticket to May 20th Awas. I cannot wait to see it. I'm sure you're looking forward to that. But for now, this is the end. It was so nice talking to you, Ruby, as well as Chandan.
Thank you
It was
so
a pleasure.
much.
So good to learn about Junoon, and I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more in the coming years. But for now, like, comment, share, and subscribe this video. And again, subscribe to Jokerface, because if you're not, what are you doing?
I know.
Here and out. Over and out from Aditi.
Cheers.
Bye.